up, y'all? This is the Grind and Prosper podcast with the special guest right here, Drew, the 24/7 Hustler, and his new business that he has.
What's up? What's up? It's your boy Drew, the Hustler, man. Appreciate y'all having me on the show, man. I'm excited about it, man.
It's long overdue.
For sure, man.
Nah, look, I don't want to get into you just yet, but I wanted to ask you what you think about this. Rolling Stone just gave that Ski song by Sexy Red Song of the Year. What do you think about that?
Are you serious?
Swear.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, like when it comes, because like I said, I do run Music Save My Life, and I work with kids and stuff, and it shows a lot of like what the music is kind of coming to. Like the music went from like hardcore rap where like people used to actually listen to lyrics and stuff, and then it kind of went to the mumble rap, and now we're kind of in this phase right now where there's like these females. They're not really rapping, they're just talking nasty. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, look, I don't mind. I don't mind. Like, it's like hype if you're like, and I feel the beat, like I feel the beat and stuff, but I don't like. It's not the lyrics, though. Like, it's not the lyrics that I'd be wanting to hear, but I feel the beat.
The stuff's been going off, though. The females been killing it right now.
It's snapping, bro.
They got the most gangster beats.
The
It's kind of ridiculous. Rip me out the plastic. I've been acting brand new.
Yeah.
Hey, I was even saying it for real. I ain't gonna lie.
Hey, that shit, and you know how many people bump that shit now? I mean, them bitches are going up. I mean, them females going up. I mean, nah.
No, they do their thing, and like I said, like if they gave her Song of the Year, I mean, I get it. It was on every single TikTok.
That's what I was gonna say.
Numbers wise, it might have been the best Song of the Year, but like for the younger generation and stuff, man, and stuff like that, I don't really feel like it is what it is. But for the older ones, man, if you chilling, man, and it is what it is. Like I said, when it comes to music and stuff, I feel like you have to stick to a topic. Regardless what it is. Like I always tell, like back in the day, I used to tell white rappers. I used to tell them, you know what? You're white, bro. Do not try to sound like Eminem. Don't try to sound like all these other boys.
Uncomfortable. I don't fuck with Eminem.
I know that. But my point being is though, be yourself, keep it 100, be real. Be real to yourself, bro, and your audience will find you. You know what I'm saying? So if that's what she's doing and she's making money, hey man, ski.
There's always gonna be someone that likes it.
You think she's gonna last doing that? Like who was it? Mo3 had a lot of stories in his songs.
Yeah.
And I feel like he would have lasted forever. And there's like rappers like Big Yable and stuff that fell off that just like straight up just get talking about cars and
it's
stuff.
the same stuff.
Yeah.
You feel like
Glorilla?
I feel like they're going to hang on for a little while. I feel like right now it's time for the females to get their little shine on. It's been a little while since, like you remember like the Foxy Browns and all them back in the day, those were real lit. Like they used to be super, super hot in the hip hop industry. And there for a little while, the females weren't nothing. So, I give them their shine. And she got record of the year, congrats, I don't know what she talking about. But it is
we do. Hey, like when me and my boy get together, like we be jamming out like that. We do got, not them songs, but we do. Yeah. In the Dodge, in the Rams last winter, bro. I ain't gonna lie, we had a good winter just because it was tough times. We made the best of it. But man, so what you been up to, man?
Man, like I said, I came back from California. When I came back from Cali and stuff, I opened up Music Save My Life, which is a place for kids that have like behavioral issues, mental illnesses, any kind of disability. Really just kids that love music, kids that like, if they're finding themselves in trouble, if there's kids that are getting bullied and they're in their rooms or whatever, their parents can send them somewhere like to release what's going on in their mind. I was just telling you a while ago, like when I was talking to a little girl the other day, it's like you never know what's gonna come out. Like, I'm real good at what I do. I like to pick kids' brains, and when I pick their brains, I tell them, like tell me 10 things that are going on in your mind. And when they tell me these 10 things, I take that, and when I take that, I like if they're saying something about their mom or this or that, I take that and then I put on a beat. And when I put on the beat, I put their story into a record. And when I put that record on, you know what I'm saying? They can't even believe, bro. They're looking at me like, bro, that's my story. That's me.
Hey,
and I'm like,
I ain't gonna lie.
Tell them about your first time on the mic.
I went and watched some of the raps and like kids singing and stuff, and I was like, no way. I was like, man, this is like too clean. I was like, I said they're on beat and everything. I was like, that's way too clean.
Oh man, it's super awesome. Regardless of like, it's an outlet for some kids. I have certain kids in there that when they first came in, they didn't even know what they were doing, and now suddenly like they're like I mean, they're showcase, they're headlining the showcases and stuff
Yeah.
now. So it's just an awesome thing for kids that, you know, especially kids that have like behavioral issues. Like as we know, some like as me, I had bad behavior issues as a child. You know, I was always into something, doing something. You know, and like this right here, it kind of like I teach them that, you know, it gives you a set of skills, and when you get a set of skills, now suddenly you feel like you're worth something, and when you feel like you're worth something, then you start appreciating life more. You know what I'm saying? So when you start feeling like you're doing something right in life, suddenly all those things that you've done wrong, you don't want to do those things no more because you're so focused on what you're doing right now, whether it's like starting a podcast or writing music or making beats or, you know, anything that you want to do. It's something positive in your life that we could give to them to make sure that they can stay off the streets and stuff like that.
A lot of people, a lot of kids needed that. So it's cool that
Man,
you're doing that.
man. So it was a real cool thing, especially like, you know, when I first started it, you know, going back, you know, I was in California. I signed a record deal. Everything was good back in 2020. When 2020 hit, I wasn't really sure what I was gonna do. You know, like they shut everything down. There was a 9 o'clock curfew in Cali. Like literally, we got a $2,500 ticket for a COVID party. You know, so like just different things. I almost got a $1,000 ticket for going to the gas station. Like it was just a lot. And then in that process, like my management, I mean, there was just a lot going on. My management taking things that he wasn't supposed to, and really it wasn't even that. It's you know, when you get wrapped up in the music industry, there's so many different, you know, there's so many different revenues to make money. So one minute, you know, you're in here and your manager's taking you here and going there and booking you here, booking you. Then people start feeling like, you know, they're not getting their cut or they're getting cut out.
Yeah, like that dude with the banana. He said they're over there making money.
Oh, yeah,
so I don't like that
Belly.
shit.
No,
I don't like that.
you know, but that's what kind of happens. People start getting jealous, and you know. It's only human, you know, if you feel like you're getting cut, but there's just a lot of snaky stuff that goes on in the music industry.
I say any money.
Yeah, for sure.
Music is a lot of money.
Yeah.
That's why you gotta. Sorry, but I was gonna say that's why you have to have an agreement, and people gotta respect the role. You know,
Yeah.
like.
But see, that was even the thing. Like with me, like we had the agreement. I had the lawyers.
Everybody had their place.
Was it a partner of yours, or was it like someone close to you, young, or you met someone?
It was like my management. See, when I went to California, I went out there and I told myself, you know, I'm gonna sign a record deal. And I told myself, and I tell my kids this all the time, you know, if you're determined, you know what I'm saying, and you have motivation and you can do it, you can do anything you want to do in this world. And that's what I did. I jumped in my car. I had like $600 in my pocket. Went to my car. Went to LA. Literally slept in my car for like 2 weeks. Only 2 weeks because I'm a hustler and I'm not about to be sleeping in no car for too long.
His back and shoulders started hurting.
You know. But what I'm saying though is like I made a goal in my mind. You know that like. Every single day of the week, there's 7 days out the week. I'm in Hollywood, California. There's 7 open mic nights every single night of the week, and I need to be there. You know, I need to be the hardest working person in Hollywood, California, and that's what I devoted to. And in 3 months, I thought it was going to take 6 months. Within 3 months, we signed a $750,000 deal. Life was good, you know, for the most part, for a long time, you know, and like especially like with me, I had my album. We started recording it like in Dev Jam and all these big different studios and stuff, which was awesome. You know, we ended up doing records with like Chris Brown and Snoop and Mozzie and all these people, and people seem to think like, you know, like that's like, oh, it's because he got something. No, it's you got to put yourself in the right position. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If you put yourself in a position to win, you're always gonna win. I mean, sometimes you lose, but you at least learn a lesson out of it. And for me, like when I went to Cali, you know, I went over there, and in my mind, like I said, I was gonna sign a deal, and so I went to open mic nights for 7 days out the week, and within 3 months, man, I had managers lined up out the building. You know, I mean, it was I figured I got the right management. But then, like I said, you know, things start getting salty when it comes to money, you know, and it's just a sad situation. And I think it was in August 2020, I decided, you know what, I'm gonna end up coming home. I'm gonna come home back to Wichita just for a little bit. You know, I was so mad at the music industry, bro. Just everything that goes on in it. And when that happened, I told myself, you know, let me just go home and let me think about it. I came home, and one of my homeboys was here, and he was like, you know what, Drew? He's just like, I work at the state hospital, and he's like, you should come just be a role model for the kids and go up there and just talk to them while you're trying to figure out if you want to go back and do your thing. And I was like, yeah, you know what, that'd be cool, you know. But when I went in there, I told myself, I said, you know what, Drew, I am not gonna do nothing to do with music because I was real mad at music. Like I just out of everything I've been through, I was like, you know what, I don't really want to do this anymore. So I go in there, and when I go in there, man, these kids, man, some of them are getting molested. Some of them are, you know, it's just bad situations. Kids that don't have nobody loves them in this whole world. And guess what? They're from Wichita Falls, Texas, bro. Like they're straight from here. So it's like something sparked inside of me where I was like, man, bro, how am I supposed to go back to Cali and go write songs for all these people? And there's kids right here that have no kind of outlet. And so when I started working with those kids, you know, there was one kid and you know, his dad had just passed away from an overdose and his mom was real gone on drugs. He's living with his grandparents. He's pissed off at his grandparents because he don't want to listen to them because he just wants to be with his mom, and his mom is in a place where he could be with, you know. So I walk in there, you know, and I tell him write these 10 things down, and when he does, bro, like we write a record called Dear Mom, and like it literally just completely changed his life. And all the kids there too. Next thing you know, within like 2-3 weeks, you know, the crazy thing is that in the state hospital, they used to have those rooms, like, you know, where you put the things and you jump around in there. You know, they don't have those no more. So they take the padding out and they put like a Bluetooth in there. And so it just calms down the patients, you know, and they get to just walk in there. Well, we called that the studio, you know. We hit the Bluetooth up, started lighting up the beats, bro.
Would you do it for them a lot?
A lot, bro.
Yeah, like they need this.
Yeah.
I know what they need.
And so I put these beats on for them, and then next thing you know, I had like 50 kids running up to me with pads and stuff, and I just knew in my heart, you know, like I had a couple labels that still call me to this day that want me to go back to Cali and stuff, but it's like I absolutely love what I do. I
awesome.
know what's out there, that what the music industry offers you, and I want the kids to be in the music industry, but I also want to teach them that there's a right way to do it. Back in 2000 and back in the day, you used to have a record deal to do anything. It's 2024 coming up,
That's
you know.
what's crazy.
And you don't, man, bro, you could blow up off of TikTok. You don't need nothing.
Oh, facts. I mean, have you, do you remember the days of like with the computer mic and the pantyhose or like the hanger? Do you, yes, in the city, yes. So that's how I started, you know, before I did the beats.
Yeah.
I'm like, and you know, so y'all know I was young if y'all a little bit older, you know, so I've been doing it. So, but you know, but what it is, you found your purpose in the music. You didn't stop music. You thought you needed that little break. You started recollecting your thoughts and. So
what happened with that deal? What happened? Was it a paperwork deal, or just the guy just got mad and just ruined everything?
With my record deal?
Yeah, with the management.
To be honest with you, it's, to make a long story short, we had a bunch of bookings to a bunch of different like major like talk shows and stuff, and he didn't like the name Drew the Hustler. He just felt like it was felt like it was too ghetto or whatever, which is cool, you know. But I didn't give myself the name that. That's what I wrote a song way back in the day called the 24/7 Hustler, and it was like Drew.
Yeah, we gonna have to hear that.
You know, and the minute
you
that
go like that for my phone on.
Hey, you gonna have to show that later.
Yeah, but check it out. Once that song hit, and I was on every corner selling CDs everywhere around the city, you know, the name just kind of stuck. Drew the Hustler, Drew 24/7 Hustler, you know. So to me, it's always been natural to be called that, you know.
Like when people greet you, they're like, you know, it's not nothing awkward or weird.
Right. So when I went to Cali and we started signing deals and we started doing all these big things, they started telling me, well, before we really launch you, you know, we think that we should pick a different name. And I'm like, you know, they're paying me, you know, good money. So I'm like, you know, as long as everything's cool, I'm cool with it.
What was the name? What were they trying to give you? What was what's the names they were trying to give you?
Well, it was Prominent. They were trying to make me into Prominent.
That's what you went by for a little.
Just for a second.
You had to make an announcement.
You said, nah, this ain't it.
You had to make a whole announcement for that name.
It really wasn't even that big of a deal because, like, you know, the label was like, you know, we're gonna press, like, I mean, we're gonna press you with all new merch. We're gonna just lay it out, and it was really cool the way it happened because it really just hit like a typhoon because wherever we went, you just seen it everywhere. Long story short, though, you know, everywhere we were going, you know, my management was putting the stuff on the flash drive. We go in and drop a record. They take the flash drive, take it out, you know, which is cool. I'm supposed to. That's my manager. I'm supposed to trust you. You my dog, like right? Well, then right before the album was about to come out, we go into the studio. We're in the studio. I'm in there with my producer Jazz, and he's like, oh, I want you to change this. My manager was telling me that, and I'm like, I ain't changing that. And he's just like, nah, you're going to change it. And I said, I ain't changing nothing. And I told the producer too, we're just like, we already, and we're talking about this guy's won Grammys, like the producer, like you're gonna sit here and try to tell us, but he wanted to change. And I said, we ain't changing. And he's like, you better check your contract. I said, check my contract. I said, what you mean? You know,
He's
so,
like, mm-hmm.
so I was like, okay, you know, so the next couple of days I got in contact with my lawyer. And when I got in contact with my lawyer comes up and he's like, okay, Drew, who owns the name Prominent? And I'm like, what you mean? And he's like, I'm like, I own the name because that's what we had talked about. But I thought that because, you know, we had signed all the paperwork and everything.
That's why he made you change your name all along.
Yeah, so anything you dropped under that name, it was up to him.
Right. So then when I'm like, who owns? I told him, I said, who owns my name?
We gotta go
and
get
he's
his
like,
ass.
He's like,
fuck you, what's his name?
Hey, what's the hell his name? Hey, he's a dead man.
You a bitch. And your mom is a bitch. Nah, sorry, man. I'm mad for you, bro.
But
fuck them.
At the end of the day, you know, like, it was like, when he took it, like, he was like, I was like, who owns the name? And he's like, what difference does it make as long as you're with me? And I'm like, nah, it matters, you know? So I automatically called the record label and was like, look, this dude's trying to do this, and man, they shut everything off as a dispute where now they sent it to the court. So now the only thing we could do now is we have to go to court and we have to figure out what's going down.
Like arbitration.
See you about that, buddy.
So then we go to court, and what ends up happening is that everything before the album, but we were signed under the record deal, and they owned the record, but they didn't own it because my manager owned it because he had all copyrights to it. So they owned everything under Drew the Hustler, but they didn't own Prominent. So then what ended up happening is if I ended up putting the album out, then the label can sue me and the manager can sue me. If the manager puts it out, then me and the label can sue him. If the man, so on and so forth, everybody can. So really the album just got shelved, and
y'all come sue us, motherfuckers.
It's like a Mexican standoff.
it sucked, man. It
Just like can't nobody do nothing.
That's crazy, man.
And you know,
That's fucked up.
I had it super solid though. I had it super solid.
Stop the show, man. That's
Yeah,
fucked up.
man.
Nah,
I said, I don't even want to record no more. I
that's
said,
fucked up.
hey, that fucked up my mood.
Nah, just throwing these people out there like that, but that happens all the time.
It does.
You hear
But it
stories
felt like
about-
his intentions were like that, like from the beginning. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If he made a contract like that.
Yeah.
He saw you hustling your ass off. You're at the bars. He's probably picking like local talent or people trying just because they know they need him. He probably got the connections and whatever feeds him this dream.
Well,
and it got you.
I think it's all I think it's all part of the
It's
music
sick.
industry, bro.
Yeah.
It really is, bro. It is
Even
what
Dave
it
Chappelle
is.
said he got.
It's vultures though. I mean, but that's how they get their money right.
The only way that you can really make money is to be strictly independent and do everything on your own. You know, I mean, I'm talking about everything on your own. You don't have no yes man to anything, and it takes a lot. It takes a lot. That's what it is.
I like SPM. That's what I was listening to Little Flip Talk. He was like, I even put my own flyers out to this day. He said SPM was everywhere with him standing in the flames
You know
like
what I'm
this. He said
saying?
everywhere. He said putting flyers out. He said still to this day I put my own flyers out.
Yeah, and it's true. It's true. Like if you do it by yourself, and like I said, I had a little epiphany whenever I was leaving California. I told myself, I said, should I stay here and really try to do this? You know what I'm saying? Or should I just move on with my life and do something else? Which was hard because music is part of who I am. It's who I am as a person, But in my heart, I felt, I've been doing this for about 20 years, and I've done a lot. I've seen a lot. I've done a lot. I've done a lot of cool things, and I just thought in my mind, the only way that this is going to be possible to make good money is to be independent. And it's going to be really hard because you got to start back over from the bottom up, And if I was a young artist, 20, 21, 25, boom, I'm gone. I'm ready to do it again. But at my age, I'm to the point now where it's like, I'm over the bullshit. I don't want to have to, I've been on the tours for 6 months and 3 months and miss the family and miss birthdays and miss Christmas and miss everything. And you're just literally, you could be in the studio with a major artist, and you'd be looking on your social media and you see your moms and your family opening up presents and stuff. It's a hard life to live, So I was just ready to come home and just figure out what I wanted to do. But when I ended up coming home and I figured this out, I was a little upset because I was like, damn, I put all this time in, all this 20 years of going to shows. I mean, literally dedicated my life. What am I gonna do in life, And somehow, some way, I wind up with these kids and I open up this program, Music Save My Life for the kids. And everything that I've learned in those 20 years, bro, it's like having a master's degree in music and being able to teach the next generation what we got. So
That shit was clean. I ain't gonna lie, that shit really was clean. It really tripped me. That shit blew me away because I saw the kid he was on beat. It sounded good. And he wasn't even
Oh, that
recording.
kid rapping, and then you had
I saw like 2 or 3.
you had that white boy rapping. He was hyped in the bitch. I think he posted one like he was. Man,
No, that was the thing. I was gonna say a different genre of music because I saw like he was like singing like some like rock type shit, and I was like, what the hell? I said,
All
damn.
of
I said
them.
they're recording everything. I was like, shit, that's badass.
Yeah.
I was like, that means you must have a thing for music. I was like, because if you're able to just
the
like,
Vernon
flip-
kids was hyping each other up too, right? In that one video, they was all up in the booth together.
Oh, yeah,
That's
yeah.
awesome though. They need.
Yeah, that's lit. Like, and we had,
Nah,
like,
that was crunk, bro.
like I said, we have 3 locations now. We have one in Wichita Falls, and then we have one at the Boys and Girls Club, and then we have one now that we just got into Wichita Falls ISD. We're in the Cunningham School in the Wichita Falls ISD district, and we're opening up more too. So it's just expanding from this point on. You know, so I mean, I love what I do. So it's awesome.
So how would people enroll their children into that program?
You could hit me up on social medias. You can look up Drew the Hustler. You can look up Music Saved My Life. You could Google Music Saved My Life. Anything to do with music in Wichita Falls, my name will probably pop up and you'll be able to find it. You know, but like I said, when it comes to what I do, man, it's really cool, man. It's bringing the best out of your kids, you know, and I feel like, you know, if you have a kid, you know, that you know, maybe they're in a slump or something's going on, you know, and you can bring them in. And when you come into Music Save My Life, bro, I created like a place that's like a music fun land, you know, like right when you walk in, there's red carpets and backdrops you could take pictures on. You walk into this room, you could do drums. You walk into this room, you could do guitar. You could walk into this room, we have singing lessons. You walk into this room, you could do
that's
artist
cool as fuck.
development. You know what I'm saying? So it's a really cool place. And when kids are going through whatever they're going through, you know, it's not even necessarily like, because we do it, they have one specific class every week, but they normally come in like
So you
2 or
have
3
classes?
times. Yeah, we have classes
Okay.
every week. I have classes from 4 o'clock to 8 o'clock, but when the kids, when they're going through or whatever, and they want to just be at the studio, because if you're a musician and you know what it's like to want to be in the studio super
for sure.
bad, you know, they end up coming up there, and their friends are up there, and they get to come up there and they write music, they play music, create music with other people, and create. It's like a fun place where everybody could create music, man. It's freaking
that sounds
awesome,
live,
man.
bro.
I'm super excited about
You know
it.
how, like you said, how it feels. Like I went through spurts where like you hit like a bump in the road and
Yeah.
you're not really in the mood, but then you'll start craving it, and then you'll go back to write. You know, I make the beats and stuff, and
Yeah.
then it's not coming, bro. And but you stay at it, and like one day you get your mojo back. You never lose it, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You never lose nothing. You know, like you're good at.
Yep.
You just got to get that mojo back. But it is crazy, like craving it. I know them kids probably feel like that, like. They get to play the drums. I mean, a kid might not even know he's a badass drummer, and then get
That's
in there and
what
be like,
I'm
"What the
saying.
fuck?"
That's what I'm saying.
You
you
know,
know, like
shit.
I have like ADHD kids. Kids that have like ADHD and stuff that they can't sit still and they can't. And nobody can.
You're trying to sit still? No.
Like nobody can really.
Hey, my mom's on my ass. And I'm
Nobody can really keep these kids down. But the crazy thing is about ADHD is that for me, what I've noticed is, and I've got like 3 different certificates for music therapy and stuff like that. What I figured out is that
I'm gonna let you try on me. I
got you, bro. I got you. Watch. But the crazy thing is like when you put something in their hands, you know, like an instrument or something, because to me, I feel like with ADHD, they're always wanting the attention. Like they want a lot of attention.
Yeah.
You know, they want to be the center of the show.
Now I'm gonna say something. Can I just say something?
Go ahead, bro.
So as I got older, bro, the teachers used to say that, right?
Yeah.
So I was real good at my schoolwork, but I was just too worried about being a class clown. I had friends,
Yeah.
girls, whatever. I thought I was the life of the party. It was
You
fun.
like that.
But you know, and then when people that got ADHD start telling me as I get older, and not just him, my other friend,
Hey,
I'm
they
like,
need to give you another certificate.
Yeah.
As psychiatrist. That's what they should give you. Like, you just diagnosed.
next subject. Nah, but you know, I feel that. I mean,
Yeah.
I like, I don't know if you saw, like, I be little coping mechanism. I think that's what it is. Like,
Yeah,
you
it
just
is.
kind of learn. I switched schools and shit. Them kids been whatever.
It is, and like that's why I say like when they have those type of
Stupid.
things, those type of issues, you know, if you put an instrument in their hands, bro, and their mind gets focused on that, bro,
Yeah, like how you-
it's crazy how much it helps them. Like,
Nah, I seen him on the
Bro.
keyboard. It's funny.
Nah, he didn't know I could play.
It's like, dun, 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 and he's just by ear. That's what's funny.
But he
because
never
I learned
knew that,
guitar.
bro,
I learned guitar by the book, like learning the notes, like the E, F, G, like
Yeah.
all the way up. And he's just like playing. He's like, hold on. And I'm messing with him. He's like, like playing organs. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
I was like, and it's like 10,
Remember,
15
I've been-
people up there in the studio. I was like,
So I know, but you know me, bro. Like once I get that, you know, like back.
Hey, and it's the only time I've seen him serious and quiet. He's like,
Oh, I don't
he's
play
like
this
He's
studio,
like,
really.
Hold on. He's like,
Yeah, because I really like, because I know it's not gonna be funny when he hears it. He like, because he was like, you motherfucker. I said, bro.
no, I was like this. I was like this.
Well, I didn't have my shit set up for a while, bro, and I was I was just moving around and shit, whatever. So I didn't have my shit hooked up. But when I was showing him some of the beats I made, it'd be like on a voice memo or whatever, a video, so it don't sound the same. And he had never seen that I'm really making these motherfucking things and
Yeah, the
sampling.
keyboard. That's what tripped me out. The keyboard.
The
That's
nine
hard. I give
keys.
him that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I give him that because I play guitar and stuff. I said,
Yeah.
pianos lose harder than me.
What, like 16, 17? I don't know. I was younger. I don't know if I was driving yet, but like
Yeah.
when we crossed paths and then.
Yup.
Nah, but who cares? Damn,
Yeah,
anyways. I
Nah,
was
yeah,
gonna
but
ask
go
you
on,
now.
though.
What got you into music?
What got me into music?
Yeah, and what age?
I mean, to be honest with you, I always wrote music. You know, like as a youngster. You know,
when? Like junior high.
junior high is probably when I actually probably started writing my music. You know,
Saw
whenever
a
I
girl
would,
you liked.
yeah, or a girl that broke my heart or something. I had to write
She
that.
said she's gonna
Was
get
you
it.
an NB Riders?
I was in NB Riders, but I was
Big
more
Geminis?
like but I was more like my people that I looked up to as a child. It's probably like a lot like
So
you
no
know,
Weezy Neon Dale and all that.
Nah,
them love songs.
We talking about like Little Flip and
Oh, yeah.
SPM and DSR.
Oh yeah, because that was big down here, right?
Oh yeah.
The
Yeah,
Texas
yeah.
rap.
Oh yeah, that was my very first concert was the Lil Flip DSR one. They had it
Hell
up
yeah.
at Tommy's House of Music, and they had it jumping. And I remember going in there, you know, and seeing them. And I remember they had the Struggle affiliations. They're the originators, like music in
Yeah.
Wichita. You know, like I remember catching it was a cassette tape. And on
Man.
that cassette tape, they was all in Williams Park chilling on it, you know.
Yeah.
And I just remember seeing DSR, and I remember seeing them all up there, and I seen Lil Flip, and I remember just looking at them like, and then I remember having that tape like, damn, these guys are from my city. I could do this too, you know. And
Facts.
that's when I really like came across. And I'm not gonna lie, like when I first came in, you know, nobody accepted it, bro, because I was Mexican, and especially here in this town, you know, there was no Mexicans that rapped.
Oh, for real?
I believe it.
None. And so when I came in, you know, it was super hard and competitive, especially being the only like Mexican to come in there and open up those gates and stuff.
Y'all
So,
bum rushed the scene.
oh yeah.
Yeah, nah,
The
that's what I
Mexicans
feel
did.
like.
Oh man,
Not in a bad way, but like, you know, shout out to Justin Ray, True Life, and then shit, Monster. I mean,
Yeah,
a
yeah.
bunch of
I was
Mexican
seeing you
rappers
around
started
since
coming
I was
up.
in like elementary school.
You know?
I ain't gonna lie, I've seen you around a long time.
That's what I say. Like it opened up the doors for a lot of young artists,
Yeah.
and a lot of there for a minute we had none but Mexican rappers in Wichita.
That's what I'm saying. Early
Which was a
2000s,
trend.
I mean like 2010.
Yeah, but you know, shout out to all those guys, you know, and shout out to all the original. Shout out to everybody, you know. Like I said, I never really hate on nobody. I you know, I try to give you any kind of guidance that I have, you know, and try to help you out. And it's really not no competition, bro. To get money, bro, you're really in a competition with yourself, bro. If you ain't no real hustling, you sitting at home and you complaining about it.
and you're mad. You,
You
said,
know?
why does he got the money?
Yeah, why you got all the
You
money
ain't
and I'm over
making
here
it.
sad, hating because I'm watching it on TV? You know,
That's what I
But they
believe.
forgot they had
7
them-
days a week for everybody.
That's what it be.
24 hours.
That's what it be.
And
so.
they forget like people like us or whatever, people that want to go chase their dreams had those days, not that hating on people, but miserable, like you
Yeah.
down, like fuck, I would just suck.
Yeah.
And then you might have a
Popcorn.
6 months to a year or two down, whatever hiatus.
Yeah.
And but you get to, everybody gets it back.
Shoot, it's like even like
Well, not everybody.
When I was in that position where I wasn't sure if I was gonna go back to California or if I really wanted to pursue this music save my life thing. And when I did, I decided to do this music save my life thing. Nobody helped me. You know what I'm saying? Nobody helped me. I did it all on my own. Like I literally was working 150
happens.
hours a week.
People would be like, he had someone help him though.
Yeah.
They're like,
Yeah.
that's cool, whatever.
But it's all good though.
Can't worry about their opinions. They're
When
gonna say
one
something
man can
regardless.
make you think there's an army behind you, bro, that means you an ultimate hustler, you
Yeah.
know? And that's exactly what I did. I literally was
24/7
working
hustlers.
150 hours a week on top of working with kids that were going through all these things and working, like literally getting up, working all night long, getting up, working again just to do what I had to do. But then at the end of the day, now that I got my stuff, now people want them.
That's what I feel like, bro. People don't see the hard work that goes into it. They just see you getting the love for doing it. And they're
Yeah.
like, man, they're like, why people showing him love like that?
Yeah.
Like, but it was all the hard work, like footwork. It's footwork, bro. Like nobody wants to do it. You're
Yeah.
stressed. You're up. just running around, just everywhere, just going crazy, and people just never. They don't see that part,
and they don't believe in it to begin with. So like they're like, he's wasting his time,
and they never would have went crazy doing it.
Right, but that's what I always tell everybody too. To make a difference, you have to be the difference. And if you don't think like that, if you're not thinking like I am the difference, you know, then it's never gonna be. If it's not in your heart, it'll never be. But the thing is, though, is to make a difference, you have to be the difference, and you have to firmly believe that there is a way, because there is in anything. Like there's a record, it could be broke. You know what I'm saying? It's just your mind way of thinking it. How can you put that formula together to get to where you got to get? Just like whenever I went to California and I went down there in my car, I knew there was a formula. I knew there had to be a way to get to where I wanted to get. But sitting in Wichita, sitting at home on my couch wasn't getting me nowhere. It was getting me played on the radio, on the local radio.
Commercial.
That's why I like the internet now, because now the internet, the way is you could post everything by yourself. You could do everything like independent if you wanted to, because the internet's so big and just gets everywhere so fast. And TikTok, you make something catchy, it's gonna boom, boom, boom. It'll be on everybody. Kids will be dancing to it and shit.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, you hear this new C. Lopez? Texas car dealer. Hey. Man.
Yeah.
So what are some of your plans like for the new year?
Man, honestly, it's all work at this point. You know, it's almost like you know, getting older is something that like makes you more wiser, and it makes you want more in life. Back when you're young and you in the hip hop world or whatever you're doing, you know, you think these things are cool, like to have the J's and the chains, and that's cool. You know, I got that too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's part of the culture.
I can pull that out when I want to.
Culture,
you know, but I'm looking more towards like building a future and you know what I'm saying, for not just me, but for the rest of my family and stuff.
Generational.
And before that really wasn't cool to me, and now it's like, you know what I'm saying.
You understand now?
I want to pull up in a brand new Cadillac, you know, and you know, and it ain't even about stun. It's just you know that you worked for it.
And
they are
doing
comfortable.
it. It's not like I spent my last check doing this, but I am driving this motherfucker.
Driving a luxury vehicle though.
Comfortably,
you know.
You're not like, fuck, they're coming to recall it, baby. Can we park at your mom's?
Picture in it.
Gotta go get a ride to another spot.
Hey, I ain't even gonna lie. I still pull up. You know, I still pull up to the law, and when I see them, I'm like, oh, you know.
Yeah.
But I got nothing to worry about. I'm like, man, I'm straight. I'm in the caddy. They can't. They looking at me like I'm a grandma. You know what I'm
Lucky you didn't go
like,
live in Burke. They would have beat your ass. And I had to bring it up so much because I don't know about the Burke cops now, but they was ruthless back like in the day. I was getting my ass, get down! Nah. Over a little bit of weed. It fucked me off, man.
I already know.
But anyways.
But no, plans though, you know, like right now we're at 3 locations. We're in the talks of like 3 more locations. So like.
Where you guys
like
thinking
6. Well, right now we're in the Wichita Falls ISD. So I'm really trying to get it into the school systems where, how I get it in there is, you know, there's a hole in the education system.
It's hard to get in there. There's like
super hard.
There's like all kinds of stuff you have to get through just to even get in the W5C.
It's super hard, man, and
outside, bro.
And somehow, you know, we did it, man.
Nah, nothing. Sorry, bro.
No, because I had a program
My
like
dumb
it was like a college research project. It was like I wanted to teach financial literacy to kids in high school, like or like not even make it mandatory, but just like that was my deal, was to make it to survey kids. I was trying to just survey some kids, like if they thought it would help them later on, because that's one thing about me. I didn't know shit about credit. I didn't know anything about like getting like a Pell Grant or grants to go to college or loans or anything like that. I just thought whenever I applied, I was like, I can't go. I was like, I don't got enough money. I got to work. And so I didn't go to school, and I was smart as fuck.
Yeah.
And so I waited all the way until like 27 years old to go to school.
Yeah.
And so now now my school is like paid for off like not loans, but I mean like grants and scholarships, because I was smart enough, but I didn't know I could have did that. Yeah. But it's just like what you don't know, and you don't got no one to teach you around you. But that's why I said people like you come in.
Yeah.
Teach them and give them a good clean slate.
That's what it's all about. And just like what you just said, man, that's how you know, bro, that you're an ultimate like entrepreneur, hustler. You know, like right when you get out of school, you know, you don't go to school, but yet you're still able to do like with your cars business and stuff like that. You were able to open all that, and you were able to do everything you're doing. You have a mind that's not like everybody else's. I tell everybody, like with like the El Chapo thing, like people say like they say he's a real bad person, whatever. But do you understand how hard it is to become a billionaire? I don't care what it is, bro. The dude didn't have but like a 4th grade education and became a multi-billionaire and jumped up on the Forbes. you don't necessarily have to have. You just have to have that will to get to where you want to get, and you'll get there one day as long as you're pushing.
Yeah.
You know.
No, I believe that too. You don't even have to be the smartest to even be the richest. Like there's people that's not smart at all. They're just money smart. They know their money. They're like,
Yeah.
They learn what they needed to.
They're like, I don't need that car. They're like, I could wait. That's the thing. Is people don't know how to wait for shit.
Yeah.
You gotta wait to get the
Yeah.
nice shit later on. Like after you, when you really can afford it. Like I said about
Yeah.
the Cadillac. Like whenever you could drive comfortably, that's when you drive. But people
Yeah.
want to drive the Cadillac right away. That's the problem. You want it too fast.
It's funny that you say that because it's funny we even brought this up because, you know, before I got the Cadillac, you know, I was riding in the bucket. Like literally for like a year, like a little over a year, I was riding in the bucket. And when I'm talking about the bucket, bro, it was so ugly. And I pulled up to the studio and the kids would laugh at me. They be like, Drew, why you riding in that? Why don't you
We
get a
gotta
new
paint
car?
that motherfucker.
Why don't you get a new car, Drew? And I told him like this. I said, you know, I could go get a new car right now. I could go buy
They're
one
like,
straight
yeah,
off the
yeah.
lot. No, I could. I could go buy
Yeah,
one
yeah.
straight off the lot. I could. But the thing about it is, though, is you gotta enjoy the journey of to where you're going to appreciate where you're getting in life.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Because like the thing about it is because I got the Cadillac, but the bucket is what got me the Cadillac. The greatest part about the journey was the old bucket. You know what I'm saying?
then you
Yeah,
where
that's
you
why I feel
come
like
from.
it got me there. That's why I be like,
So
I drive mine.
it is what it is. You know, so at the
Remember
end
what
of
you
the
don't want to go
day,
back to.
yeah, so at the end of the day, like, you know, whatever happens in the next year or whatever, and we go back and listen to this, like this interview that we did, watch it and see it, you know, and you see the whole journey and you remember those little things, bro, and that's what it's all about, bro. That's what it's all about. It's like Kobe once said, you know, like he said one time he won a championship, he looked at his ring and he was like, man, it's just a ring. But when I look at the ring, bro, I just remember the whole season and all the memories and everything, the hard work we put into it. But it's not the ring. The ring is just an object that you could throw. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
you got to work hard on anything you do, and man, you get there. You know what I'm saying? But got a lot of big things coming up for Music Save My Life, man, and hopefully, you know, we'll get maybe we'll follow up on this and bring a couple of my kids in here and y'all can talk to them and
Yeah, that'd be awesome, bro.
you know what I'm saying? I love what y'all are doing here, man, and keep putting on the city, man.
I appreciate that, man. A lot
awesome
more than
thing,
you know,
man.
because like I said, you was one of the people that pushed me, you know. So it's an honor to have you right here, right now, and it's one of my, you know, like a brother to me. So
Yeah.
Now, especially to make it and not be so hateful, because I know there's a lot of haters
Yeah.
here. Like there's not like I'm not just saying everyone's a hater, but there's
Nah,
some negative people here. They're like, oh man, he's never gonna make it. They're like, why don't we just give up already? I like,
And you know why? Because you don't have to.
yeah. Then like this too, like people like honestly, kind of that's what I was worried about at first. But then I was like, shit,
And I
it
told
got a
him
good
that.
reaction. And I was like, well,
Yeah.
shit. Then there's some people be like,
He
ah.
told me about getting in here, and I told him it's gonna be all right. Like, but the entrepreneur mindset definitely, and what we need. At the end of the day, I've seen him get discouraged. I
Hey,
said, bro, we gonna make money off.
It's funny though.
There ain't gonna be people
like
that believe
the
in it.
music. That's what I thought. I was like, man, put kids like this on a podcast and let them talk. I was
Yeah.
like, man, it'd be crazy. I was like, just about shit they go
Christmas
through every
Day
day.
or Christmas Eve, I walk in. My bad. Go ahead, bro.
No, I'm just saying. I just thought about that. Like I saw,
Yeah.
you know how they got the kids opening presents on
Yeah.
YouTube and shit. I was like, shit. I've never seen a kids podcast.
I'll show you the video. I shut the door and I got him, and I got it last minute, bro, because when I first walked in, I was grabbing like tape or something I needed out of here.
Yeah.
I mean, the light was off. I mean, his son Gio's right there, like he's like where Joel is, like
Yeah.
you know, narrating, and then I mean, they was in here getting it, and they're like, "Get
Like, for
out,
real.
Josh!"
Yeah, they will.
And I was like,
They had the
"Hey."
headphones on and everything. I was like,
No,
man,
they were like ready, like they were acting like they were using that, cause you know the buttery ass hot Cheeto fingers.
They're like,
Oh, there was hot Cheetos all out on shit, but can't even be mad in a way because I'm like, they could be out doing other shit.
Yeah.
And it's cool that they were like talking, bro. They
That's
thought they
another
was the
thing too.
shit.
It's like kids, like, cause I feel like my parents always taught me to just work real hard, go get a good job, and you're gonna be able to do it. But I want kids to know that you don't have to go just work hard and get a good job. There's other things you could do.
Yeah.
You don't have to go to school right away. You could do a trade if you want to, and if you don't want to do a trade, shit, you could rap if you want to, but better go hard at it. You know what I'm saying? At least or do a podcast, but go hard at it. Like don't half-ass it.
Yeah.
Do it all the way.
And that's kind of like that's what I preach at my studio. You know, like I know it's music saved my life and it's a lot to do with music, but what it mainly is to build confidence, bro, in anything that they do. You know, it's crazy what a kid can do, and I'm talking about a kid. It's crazy what a kid could do with a little boost of confidence. When you was at your worst as a child, man, and somebody would have came in and been like, bro, come into this studio, man, I'm gonna show you what it. It would have been like a drunk. It would have been like, what? Like your whole world changed, you know. So confidence is key to life. Like, and I explain this to all the parents. You know, I'm not gonna sit here and say that your kid's gonna blow up, and he might have a video or something on Facebook that goes crazy and everybody likes or whatever, but what I can do for your kid is bring up that confidence and bring that confidence out of him or her, and you will see the light in that child.
It'll help them in interviews in the future, whether it's for a job. You say they don't pursue that to be able to public speak.
Yeah, the
all
public
that,
speaking
bro.
in school, they make you do a lot of
It's
public
a good.
speaking.
It's almost like a good exercise for them.
Yeah, I've seen people 40 years old freak out. Like,
So they're starting early, so it will help them later how to deal with stuff.
Yeah, well, it's funny because I had one kid. He would when he first got in, you say my life, he would sit in the corner, he wouldn't do nothing. I finally got him to get up there and do it, you know. And one day I got him to do Gangster's Paradise just to do it, you know. And you know, Gangster's Paradise is just jumping, you know. We all know Gangster's. So it was like, everybody started jumping, started getting with him, you know. And so ever since that moment, though, he was so comfortable up there, you know. And I remember speaking to him before that, and I used to tell him, you know, he'd be like, "Nah, I can't go in front of the class and speak. Why? Because I'm shy, you know." And then about 2-3 weeks ago, the parents told me, they were like, "Oh yeah, we got his progress report, and on the progress report, oh, he's the best public speaker and blah." I said, "Since when?" I said, "Since when?" Because you told me when you came in,
that's awesome, bro.
And he's like, "Bro, it's so easy." And I'm like, all right. And I go,
you all right? Like you telling me?
That's
I got
funny,
you.
bro. Not because college, that's what they tell you. They're like, you have to do it. They're like, and you do it, and it makes you good at it. They're like, once you do it, you're good at it.
Yeah.
It
You just got to jump
once you lose the fear, they're like, you
jump
always
out
have
that bridge.
Yeah. I know they say, you know, when you get up on a stage, you know, think of everybody naked, but have you ever heard that song?
You're going to jail. Nah, I know what you mean.
You know what I'm talking about.
I was saying, like, you got to think of something that definitely makes it like, they're goofier than you.
Yeah.
Like, fuck y'all.
Well, my thing is like, honestly, when I get up on stage, I can't even really remember. I kind of like black out, bro. When I jump up there, bro, and that beat drops, and the crowd starts going crazy with me, you know, I honestly... by the time I get off and everybody's jumping on me like, "Oh man, you rocked it, you rock." Yeah. I'm like, "Oh man," and then the rest of the night, bro, I'll be thinking about it like because I can't remember it at that moment. But you know what I'm talking about. Then you go home and you're laying down and you're thinking about it that night, and
you're like, "I'm cool as fuck."
You know.
Hey, I give my professors though, because you got to think, and like a college professor, they're like in the auditorium seating, and then like all these kids are looking at you like bratty ass kids. They're like, "He's gay." Like,
and then you fuck up, they're gonna.
But they go like that and they walk, bro. They're fucking so good at it.
Do they eye y'all?
Yeah, they make eye contact. That's the thing about public speaking. You gotta look at everybody in the eye. You gotta like walk back and forth to look everyone in the eye.
How big are the classrooms? Pretty big, huh?
Shit, it just depends, bro. Sometimes they could be like 50 people, 60 people, or they could be
they
could be all the way down to like 15 people. But I'm talking about the professors that are in the big classes, like they they're like got chemistry, like all the kids are doing science, and MSU's liberal arts, so everybody has to take science and everything. Yeah. But it's just like them classes are huge, bro. Like you just see how many kids walk out of there, and I'm like, damn, them motherfuckers really just spoke to that whole fucking class.
Do you get nervous you had to speak in front of all of them?
Hell yeah, I did it first. I really don't no more, like, cause I don't care. Like I just like once you do it, you're good at it, and that's why like I'm in business, so we got to wear suits. So whenever you wear a suit, you feel fresh as hell. Like, that's like real grown men say nice, crispy. So I'm like hell yeah. And then they're in college still, you know, they don't know I own a car lot, so shit, I'll go give me a nice suit. Because I'm going to wear this motherfucker again. They're borrowing it from the school, but I said, shit, I'll go buy me a nice one. I like.
Yeah. That's awesome, man. And it is what it is. Like public speaking, to be able to go up there and public speak in front of people is real cool, you know, and I teach a lot of that because, like I said, I feel like confidence is the key to success, man. As long as you're confident, bro, and you believe in yourself, you know, like, a lot of people, like, if you don't, I tell my kids this all the time, bro, if you don't believe it, bro, how are you going to get the rest of anybody else to believe it? If you don't even believe yourself, you don't firmly believe it in your heart that you know you're the best at what you do, bro, then nobody else is going to believe it. And when they do, you know, it will. And just like what you were talking about, like when like doing this and like you kind of worry about what it doesn't even matter, bro, because not everybody, you're going to be able to please everybody, you know, so just be yourself, though. Keep it 100 and be yourself. And if they don't like you, well, oh well. You know what I'm saying? If they do,
one. Say another one we use.
And not to be on top of it, but like, but it's still on top. But like, you know, you were talking about for Mexicans. Imagine how white artists get treated, but you know, like, Nah, luckily I was from around the way, but like, you know, but I had to believe in myself.
I call him 1090 Jake. But I fuck with 1090 Jake. I said it's
But you know, but like
Right,
shit, most of
though.
my friends were black Mexican, but like I was on the motherfucking beats, but you know what? There's people that didn't know.
Yeah.
Like say when I went to high school, they didn't know what I was doing. Only
Yeah.
people from Wichita
I
did.
thought you was a burping it bulldog.
And I was getting picked up from school. Like, hey, Justin Ray used to pick me up. I go to the YLC.
Yeah.
I sampled this one beat. You know, his dad was like, "Bro, it was beautiful." Like, you know, if your shit sucks, people are gonna tell you, especially like, "Hey,
Nah, I
man."
told him that. I told him I would have told you. I would have said, "Man, give it up."
Oh, but he never seen it live. Like I said, if you got time, we'll go up there.
Nah, he's never bad. He's always
They
been
got
in the
better,
game.
really.
Always put it down and stuff like that. And that's another thing like we talk about, like for like white rappers and stuff. Nah, white
But fuck
rappers.
them, though.
They,
Nah, he said I don't like other white boys.
But the thing about it is though is that it really is the hardest for white rappers, you know, because
sure.
you know the urban culture is, you know, mostly black and
For sure.
you know, and I always tell everybody, you know, in every hip hop group, there's always a white boy there. There's always a smart ass white boy that knows how to run the
Or
computer,
a white
that
boy
know
that
how
grew
to
up
make
in
beats,
a
that
randomly
know.
thrown in life. Like, you and up here, buddy.
Yeah, so I mean, there is room.
He's like, make it out alive, white boy.
There is a room for it, but if you are gonna do it, you know, if you are a white artist, you know, I always tell everybody, be yourself. You know, keep it 100. If you're rich, smile, talk about it. There's a whole bunch of rich white boys out there that
Lil
would love to buy your
Mabu,
music.
whatever.
You know,
Sure, that's what rappers do. They talk about their cars and
It is
everything.
what
like,
it
once-
is.
Hey,
once
that
they're
little
there.
Mabu dude, though, he goes to school and he's
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of,
Yeah.
but he kind of acts himself. I mean, he raps some gangster shit, but I'm pretty sure like there's
My
other.
kids be watching them.
But I think he's one of them artists that showed the other side. You know, like
Yeah.
his background is already exposed. Like he
Yeah.
don't deny it.
well, he's kind of like a. Remember back in the day when Eminem first came out, Slim Shady came out, and hi,
Yeah,
my name is. It's almost like
His
he,
shock factor too.
Man.
But it's like when Eminem used to diss. It was almost like back in the day when Eminem used to diss
Gross.
artists and stuff.
Yeah,
it was
Nine
almost
Inch
like
Nails.
it was almost like credit to you if Eminem said your name.
Right, they didn't know I was get mad. I'd be like, that motherfucker!
And Eminem talking,
That my boy!
Hey, and Eminem talking ruthless to him, you know. It's kind
Yeah.
of like Mabu too. He's kind of got that crazy white boy persona where
Yeah, I
like, he can
wouldn't trust
kind of
him.
say anything, and it works because it's funny, it's good TV.
And almost like how we're talking about it right now, like there's millions of. It did his job.
yeah,
Yeah, no, I seen that. My kids be watching the fuck out of him. I
And
was
he's like, hey.
"Damn." I
He
said,
cuts
how'd
in
y'all
the video
find
like,
this
go
shit?
slap your dog.
Hey, I be like, how'd y'all find this shit? I was like, what the fuck?
some
Then I
crazy
saw
shit.
Christian Rock on there. I said,
Yeah.
oh, hell no. I said, y'all
Nah, yeah, they had that
watching
video together. I like them blue faces.
I was
She
like,
said, Mabu. Man.
is
So have
what
you
it
recorded anything, like before we cut this, have you recorded anything?
Hey, you trying to cut him off, man? We're only 30 minutes, bro.
Nah, this messing.
I know I'm playing. Now we ain't 30 minutes.
No, I know. We can keep going.
that don't matter.
It's he had to get it out, because that's usually what we do.
Yeah,
I got CD eating his ass alive, like, fuck, and salt, fuck, joke, fuck. Nah, but do you have anything coming out personally? I mean, we can make it happen.
honestly, I do have a like a little secret project.
Let's do
that's
some.
super fire. I just
We're gonna have a collab on that one then. At least if
see
it-
what's up, man.
Oh,
If
no,
not,
we
I'll jump
doing
on.
it.
I'll jump on. I will do something new.
I would like
something
to put a
fresh.
Ball Sound mixtape together. I mean, it's been done,
Yeah.
but just something. I would do that.
Yeah, you know I got a mic pass just sitting in the thing. I think there's like 25, 35 rappers on there.
You bring 'em over
never,
here.
I never put it out.
You know what? Who? Never mind. We'll talk
Hey,
about that.
you put him on the podcast, they gonna blow up.
Yeah.
Nah, man, I'm glad you stopped by. You know, shit, we known each other for shit a hot minute.
Yeah.
Our lives went a little separate ways. You know,
Yeah.
my ass. But I would always come back to my roots, and then I'm glad. Like I feel like I had a lot of support
Yeah.
every couple years, because every couple years I had to pull it back out. I mean, I was always doing it in the background.
Yeah.
I would even finish some. Nah, but only certain people have those ones. But
Yeah.
then I would still want that beat back. I'm like, it's not perfect.
Yeah.
You know, hey,
I know exactly
But
what it
right
is.
now is the best time, bro. Everything's in motion, and I mean, it would be good. I'm a
Push them out, man.
especially
Float
for
'em out.
the
Flat
children,
'em
bro.
out, float 'em out.
That one beat you
They-
wanted with the sample and.
We're gonna
Yeah.
catch him making MB Rider beats. He's gonna be like, I was like, Josh, chill,
Yeah.
chill.
Oh yeah, cause I'm going. Hey, you know, but that was y'all style. Though. The Mexicans had that shit on lock, and I like the
Yeah.
Mexican girls, so you know. Hey,
He's gonna say, watch for this is gonna be a banger right here.
you know,
So
I had
all
a
the females
97
gonna
DeVille, I had
love
a
this.
green DeVille. My junior senior, I used to be swinging through North Side and all around with. Hey, I don't know who I thought it was, but you know what? That was a good era. That little era was cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wish I would have went to high school. I didn't go to high school. That's where I messed up.
You go to high school here?
Nah, I did. I had kids too fast. I had kids like 15, 16. Went to Harold, graduated to Harold Puma. I said, let me tell you the story. I said, man, I'm about to have my 6th kid right now. That's it, you know, but that's why I say I got to make a lot of money.
Yeah, yeah.
But I got to show them.
My boys in business, bro, and we collect, like I said, it was nice because, like, I mean, he knew, you know, I think people think my name got, keys off of some other shit. I was like, but then when he was up there, he's like, what?
Like his girl keyed his car.
Yeah.
That did happen before. I don't want to talk about it.
I was about to say. I was just a straight line.
No, hold on, and I didn't cheat on her. She was mad about a situation that had nothing to do with really me.
All his exes keyed his car and shit.
She said they love it.
There was a couple of them I didn't even have a car back in the day, so luckily. But I'm grown now. I ain't got time for toxic relationships. That's what I'm on.
For
Straight
sure.
business.
You know what I'm saying?
Standing on it.
You know what I'm saying?
No,
Fuck you, hoes.
that's why I said in the new year, I said I can't. Any people that's like negative, don't want to work hard, just don't want to get up, that complains and don't fix their situation. I don't want to be around them. People that hate on people are always talking shit about people.
Yeah,
I don't want to be around
like, I got
them.
somewhere upstairs for you to do all that.
Yeah,
talking.
go talk shit in the microphone.
Yeah, like, because guess what? You could make money off of you sitting here running your mouth and complaining.
Yeah.
We just gave, like, we could be sitting here giving them advice, bro. And they be,
man.
I'd be like, you could just be bitching and make it rhyme, bro. And that might be better than what we listening to.
But that's just like I'm at peace. I feel like at my point in life, like I'm at peace with everything. Like I know people are gonna be shitty. There's gonna be people that you're not gonna get along with, and I'm just at peace with everything. And like I just want to raise my kids and make sure that they know they learn good. I teach them right. And they go on.
It's a good time for that, man. It's a good time for you to think that like that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's life, man. It can take you crazy places. And I mean, look where you're sitting at right now. 2 years ago, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure this whole setup, this whole situation that you have here was probably
thinking about it.
You know,
tell them how it started.
I was probably listening to a band like I was probably drinking the bottle liquor. At this time.
He's like, hey, babe, I can do the Macarena. Like some
I said, I got a VIP section over here. I said, follow me.
He's like, y'all like booze?
Yeah, but like I said, but like a year ago or 2 years ago, this was just a thought in your head that you wanted it to happen, and you like you said, you stood on business, and who knows what the new year could bring for you, and you know, for you're back in the studio making beats, and y'all are doing y'all's thing, man, and you know, the city needs something like what y'all are doing here, you know. So
that's cool.
And it's different. I'm willing to give anyone the platform. Like I don't care because to me it's cool because it's local. Like whoever,
help
anybody.
people out. I mean, we're trying to join in.
Yeah.
I mean,
no, it's a cool
I know
thing.
I've been a big staple in the community.
Hey, it is what it is. I mean, you know everybody here, and like I said, y'all are doing a good job making it popping and getting it going, and I noticed it. You know, I mean, and I think y'all are right on track, man. I appreciate y'all having me on here.
I appreciate that, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Till the next time, you know, I'm back up.
Already.
I say it was a Grind and Prosper podcast. Thank y'all
my
for
boy
watching.
Drew.
So, I love y'all. Signing out.
Let's go.
I appreciate that a lot. That went good, brother.
Y'all like